All right, so the Warriors lost to the Atlanta Hawks today by a final score of 124 to 108, and the Warriors are just not looking good right now. With this loss, we have now lost 4 games in a row because obviously we lost last night to the Sacramento Kings, we lost to the 76ers on Tuesday, and we lost to the Grizzlies, and then tonight. So, not a good game. No Curry again tonight. He's obviously out for the foreseeable future, which really puts our hopes, kind of to bed, if you will, because we don't have any really hope right now. We're losing all these games that we should be winning, and obviously not having Curry definitely hurts that. We did have Draymond Green back, however. He didn't score at all, but he had 9 assists, so I guess he was kind of efficient. Our leading scorer was Andrew Wiggins. He had a really good game, actually, despite us losing by a decent amount of points. Andrew Wiggins had 29 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, but the second leading scorer was Wiseman. He had a really good game. He dunked a lot. He made some mid-range shots. He had 5 rebounds total. So good game for him. And yeah, Nico Mannion had 10 points, 14 for Oubre Jr., 15 for Jordan Poole. He's been our main three-point shooter lately. So is Oubre and definitely Wiggins too. But this game really was all about John Collins on the Atlanta Hawks. He had his career high in points, 38 points for John Collins. He had 12 rebounds, so a double-double for him in 34 minutes. He had a really good game. Trae Young did well too. He had 21 points, and Bogdan Bogdanovic did good too. Danilo Gallinari, he had 12 points too. So really, we just got dominated. And if you look at like the points by each quarter, I mean, we were getting outscored, except for the third quarter, every single time, and it was by a lot of points. In the first quarter, we were outscored by Atlanta 33 to 26. In the second quarter, we were outscored 37 to 26. So that right there is a double-digit lead for them. We did outscore them 32 to 30 in the third, and then in the fourth quarter, we tied 24-24. But at that point, the game was already over. So that's a little bit disappointing. And now we move to 22 and 24. So in terms of our standings and the playoff push, like I was talking about, that isn't good because now we're 2 full games back of the San Antonio Spurs, the 8th seed, and that would just be to get the 8th seed. And you have a Grizzlies team that is rising, and you got the Sacramento Kings just right behind us, and 1.5 games back. So that's a little bit disappointing. I want the Warriors to perform better, but without Curry, it's definitely hard. In terms of our three-point shooting, which is obviously being affected because Curry is not here, who's the best three-point shooter in the league, it was still all right. Like last night, it was pretty good too. Tonight, it was 42.9%, so not terrible. We outshot the Atlanta Hawks in terms of percentage, but we were pretty much neck and neck when it came to made threes. And our field goal percentage was 39 for 78, so right at 50%. And yeah, so I mean, it's just there's these games like that we should be winning. Like I know we don't have Curry obviously, but it hurts to lose. And I just think everything needs a little bit of an upgrade. We need to have better shooting. We need to have better defense for sure. But, I think there were definitely some positives to having more of a younger lineup. We have more, guys getting more playing time. Nico Mannion, obviously, he had a pretty cool three-pointer too. At the end, I believe it was one of the end of the quarters. I think it was the end of the third quarter. He had a buzzer beater 3 off a steal. So good one for Mannion. And Wiseman, like I said, another young player. He had a good one. So did Jordan Poole at the guard position. He's a pretty decent three-point shooter. So, I mean, it's disappointing. The Warriors, in terms of their schedule, next game we'll play the Bulls, but that's not going to be for a little bit. That's on Monday, the 29th, so we have a couple days of rest in terms of where they need to be. But, yeah, the schedule is getting a little more spacey because they're going to play the Bulls on the 29th and then the Heat on the 1st of April. So, definitely an interesting schedule, but not that many games left, so we have to improve ourselves, and we got to hope that Curry will come back soon. So let me know your guys' thoughts, and go Warriors.